In this sample tutorial, we'll animate the crankshaft using several different methods. Our goal is to rotate the crankshaft 360 degrees around the x-axis over 30 frames or 1 second. The first method we'll use to animate the crankshaft is basic keyframing. Make sure crankshaft is highlighted and that we have a keyframe here at frame 0. Also, make sure we have 0 degrees of rotation around the x-axis here. Move the scrubber to frame 10 and rotate the crankshaft 120 degrees clockwise. We can input -120 here. Move the scrubber to frame 20 and rotate the crankshaft 120 degrees to +120. Input 120 here. Move the scrubber to frame 30 and rotate the crankshaft back to 0. We can input 0 here. Rewind and play. Although this is a very easy way to animate the crankshaft, it does have some limitations. So let's animate the crankshaft using a modifier. First, we'll need to delete a few keyframes here, here, and here. Delete. Highlight crankshaft. Open the Modifiers tab. Go down to Behaviors and add a spin modifier. We have cycles per second. In our case, it's rotations per second. We'll leave this value at 1, and since we're rotating the crankshaft around the x-axis, click X here. Click Play, and you can see this is a very easy way to animate the crankshaft. But let's see what else we can do with this modifier. Input 2 here. Click Play, and it speeds up the rotation. Input -1 here. Click Play, and it reverses the rotation. Now let's animate the crankshaft by creating a nonlinear animation clip. First, we'll need to delete this modifier. Make sure crankshaft is highlighted. Open the Motion tab, go up to Animation, and we'll create an animation group. Highlight the new track, and then right-click on it and add a clip. Accept these presets, click OK, and now we have a red bar next to crankshaft, and our clip is also highlighted in red. This means it's ready to accept animation. Highlight crankshaft and place a keyframe at frame 0. Also, make sure we have 0 degrees of rotation around the x-axis here. Now we'll create a basic keyframed animation like we did before. Move the scrubber to frame 10 and we'll input -120. Move the scrubber to frame 20 and we'll input +120. Move the scrubber to frame 30 and we'll input 0. Click Rewind and play. Now click on the clip once and we'll convert it to a master clip. We'll accept these presets, click OK. And now we have a few new features. We can loop the clip, we can control its speed, and we can reverse the clip. Let's reverse the clip. Click Play, and it reverses the rotation. Let's input 2 here. We have new positions, but only halfway through the clip. We need to click Loop. Click Play, and it speeds up the rotation. Let's input 1 here. We'll leave looping on, and we'll expand the timeline to 4 seconds. Zoom the playback, and now we'll loop the clip. Place your cursor at the end of the clip, left-click and drag, and it creates copies of itself. Click Play, and now we have continuous rotation throughout the 4 seconds. We can also move the clip along the timeline, and we can delay the start of the rotation. Well, today we've animated the crankshaft using several methods, including basic keyframing, adding a modifier, and creating a nonlinear animation clip. Would you like to learn how I animated the engine pictured on my website? If you would, I offer tutorials which illustrate how I animate the engine assembly and a whole lot more. These tutorials, which take an in-depth look at the numerous features of Carrara 6 Pro, are available on eBay or my website. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial and found it informative. Have a good day.